part of the YWCA in some sort of fashion. My mother actually used to be part of the YWCA and take swimming with people long years ago on Willard Street when we had programs that we run out of there, and she used to take us swimming with all the neighborhood kids. So YWCA has been in my life for a very long time. I have had the pleasure of conducting several workshops for the Young Women's Leadership Corps that have brought me awesome joy. It allowed me to look into each of your eyes and remember the inner light that I had when I was, young, like last year. Although it is true, I'm all of these things: a police officer, a gang expert, a fitness instructor, an entrepreneur, a single mother, a student, and the president of the Connecticut Association of Women Police. That is who I am today. To get there, it has all been a process that I learned to call tribulation builds character. See, I grew up in the city of Hartford, moved several times from a single-parent household where my mother worked, and my older sister, who's here, practically raised me. Where is she, Jan? Yeah. Our family was plagued with alcoholism, drug abuse, sexual abuse, poverty, and gang violence. You name it, we had it. Everyone internalized and externalized the family's trials and tribulations very differently. I don't remember where or how exactly I stumbled across strong faith in God, but I did. And I say God, and you can fill in Allah, Buddha, whoever it is that you want to, but faith in a higher being is something that pulls you through. I chose to internalize my problems and get involved in sports, to get into scholarships into school. I learned to set goals and to go for them full force in order to create opportunities for myself. Learning from life's tribulation is a difficult process because you must discard the negative while understanding its gravity and the outcome with grace. It's all or nothing, girls. That's the way you have to live it. The learning process is always tough, even with a faithful heart. And during it, I neglected to nurture the one thing that is most important to me right now, which is my inner soul, a place where my self-confidence, my inner light, my inner beauty, and authenticity is housed. I, too, thought it was important to look or act like my friends, walk like my friends, do my hair like my friends, put gold caps in like my friends, tattoo like my friends, or sometimes even set trends. I came to the conclusion after seeing how I embarrassed myself plenty of times, and how others hurt themselves trying to fit in by wearing certain clothes, being a certain weight, using alcohol, drugs, skipping school. And I decided along the way that I would rather be a first-rate version of myself than a second-rate version of anyone else. I had to find a way to do that. So over time, I embarked on what I learned to refer to as the big dig. I often talk to myself, often more than, in the mirror, in the car, everywhere.
It's true. Oh, sorry.
And I talked to myself and I said, dig through the grit, girl, and find the pearls, find the diamonds that you are. You'll find your yummy center, self-confidence, inner light, inner beauty, and your authentic soul. A place that I learned to decorate and get used to the aromas of my strength, my perseverance, and my desires. A place that I learned to make all my own. A sacred place that no one can now being the key, infiltrate. And that keeps me beautiful despite the tribulations of some ugly things that happen in the world. The most awesome realization is that if you don't achieve this special sacred place on your own today, each day is a new opportunity that you can create the concept of living life with passion. Every day we get a fresh canvas, and on it with passion you can create and use whatever colors our hearts desire. Your passion can be dancing, reading, playing with your siblings, fashion, computers, sports, collecting a certain object, or an aspiration to attain a certain job. Finding it is so important, but nurturing it is life-changing. Reflecting on my life, I can say that I've discovered a passion for helping others. And you might say that's cheesy, but to me, I've used it in so many ways. Working with different divisions within the police department, and now specifically working with gang violence, I discovered a passion for rerouting negative energy, whether it's with children in a 4th grade class that I dance with, or if it's with dealing with an interview of a person that's been caught with a gun and is joined the gang, to defy the streets. I found an unexplainable passion also for dance and fitness. Putting it all together, all of it together, afforded me an opportunity to help people of all ages, shapes, sizes, genders, and all walks of life, to help tap into their true core energy and their passion. In essence, it is my hope that each of you recognizes your authenticity, nurture it, and understand that life's tribulation builds character along the way. Each of you will embark on your own big day, which with much prayer will result in a life of passion or an alternative life of just existing. Ultimately, the decision is yours, and it's the blueprint for your future. In closing, I would like to challenge you to live up to the name of the YWCA's Young Women's Leadership Corps. To remain a young woman that is authentic to your true beauty means that you will be able to lead others by example, an example that inspires others to see past the hardships of today and focus on the opportunity of tomorrow. Lastly, collectively, whether it is in a room, when we walk outside, when I'm teaching a class, acting as a police officer, or at home, we are operating under a corps concept. It is together, leaning on each other's experiences, using each other's strengths, and covering each other's weaknesses, that we will create opportunities not only for ourselves, but also for others who will follow in our footsteps, yet they will make their own footprints. Footprints like those of Jeanette Walls, who is our guest speaker today, who chooses to share her life story so that she may inspire you to pray, love, laugh, support, want, strive, not judge, and be passionate about being authentic.